One day a man went for a stroll along a remote beach, one he'd never visited before. And as he was walking, he saw a series of hidden caves in the face of one of the cliffs next to the sea. And as the tide was low, he decided to walk over the rocks and explore the caves. It was quite a job to get in, but he eventually did. And in one of the caves, he discovered an old bag filled with some hardened clay balls. It looked like someone rolled clay in the shape of some golf balls and then left them in the sun to harden. But for some reason, one he couldn't quite figure out, they discarded it in the hidden cave. Now this intrigued them, and so on a whim, he decided that he would take it with him. Climbed out of the caves, walked over the rocks, and as he stood next to the sea, he thought that the balls would actually be perfect for throwing, and maybe that was what they were meant for. So he picked the first one and threw it as far as he could. It flew through the air remarkably well, and so he picked up the next one to see if he could throw it even further. And slowly but surely, he worked his way through the bag, until he dropped one of the balls on the rocks and it cracked open. And what he saw next filled him with amazement, because inside the clay ball was the most amazing gem he'd ever seen. Excited, the man started breaking open the remaining clay balls in the bag, and as he did so, he discovered a similar treasure in each one. In fact, by the time the bag was empty, he had a small fortune in precious stones and gems in front of him. But then it dawned on him, he probably could have had double the fortune if he just took the time to look inside each one before he threw it away. Friends, it's the same with people. We sometimes look at others or even at ourselves, and all we see are vessels of clay, outside veneers that may not be as sparkling or as stylish or as beautiful as we would have liked. And so we reckon it as unimportant and often discount it. However, we may just discover something truly amazing if we look beyond the outer surface. I believe that every person is fearfully and wonderfully made, that each person has inherent value, and so I want to encourage you. Take some time and invest it in others. Lend an ear to those who need someone to listen to them. Encourage those who feel discouraged, and keep your eyes open, because who knows what treasure you will discover when you don't just discard the clay, but look for the gem inside.